Hey guys, it's J Star Wars 360 here with your movie news, as always. As you can see, I'm moved, So, back in old location for a bit. Anyway, so, movie news. First off, big news. Thor Dark World came out today. Go see it. It's probably going to be, I haven't seen it yet. Probably won't for at most a week, but go see it. It's a big movie. All your friends are probably going to go see it. Go with them. It's going to be big. May not be great, but, you should always go see the big movies. That way you have something to talk about, people. And it's fucking 4. And you get to see Loki. So go check it out. If you go see it in 3D, you will get to see an extent. I don't know if this is all theaters or some, but if you see it in 3D, from what I hear, you're going to get to see a sneak peek of Winter Soldier. So if you want to see some of that, go see it in 3D. Also, stay after. I don't need to tell you this, but stay after the credits. There are going to be 2 scenes this time. One in mid credits, which is supposed to be a continuation of the movie. Kind of like Iron Man 3 or yours. The other one, the post credit scene, is going to tease something. I mean, they say it's going to tease a certain cosmic force. I'm going to assume they're talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming out in August. But only time will tell. So expect Thor review. I don't know. I'm probably not going to be able to see it this weekend, but probably next weekend. So keep in mind for that. Okay. Also keep in mind the episode for Dark World is going to tie. Next week's episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to tie into Thor the Dark World, so make sure you. So if you're a regular of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., watch for Dark World this weekend, so next week, so you won't. In case they spoil Dark World in next week's episode. Also, funny enough, this news came up on pretty much it, like a few hours after last week's movie news. Pixar released the poster for the first poster for The Good Dinosaur. And I've completely lost all interest in seeing the movie. The poster looks so stupid and cartoony. It looks so like a DreamWorks. It looks too DreamWorksy, too babyish. It doesn't. The concept art looks beautiful. Like, I thought this was going to be a big, beautiful movie. Again, it still could be, but as of right now, it just looks like a dumb caveman movie. And it looks like a Croods ripoff almost. Which is weird because it's supposed to be a dinosaur. What if dinosaurs never died and they lived in modern day? And I'm not getting that from this trailer at all. I just get dumb caveman dinosaur movie, which is not what I want to see when I go see a Pixar movie. So I've lost interest, but who knows? Maybe the movie will surprise me. Maybe it'll be good. Hopefully, it'll be good. Monsters University was the start of a turnaround for Pixar. It wasn't a turnaround, but it did give me hope, and I don't want Good Dinosaur to ruin that hope. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. The movie's not due for another 2 years. Also announced today, apparently Wolverine 2 is in the works. Which means a couple things. Number one, I need to see the Wolverine. One, because I'm not going to see Days of Future Past until I see the Wolverine. Also, I hear it's good, but it seems weird that we're going to have a spin-off series of our main character. It's like apparently Puss in Boots is getting a sequel to this Puss in Boots movie, so it'd be weird. Except it would be weirder for Wolverine because the Wolverine is actually the main character, so we're getting a spin-off series of a main character, which is kind of weird. Also, I was kind of hoping X-Men Days of Future Past would be the last X-Men. But I should know better. Franchises never die as long as they're still might be made. Although I can't see them topping Days of Future Past with time travel, the whole cast. Like, in my opinion, you should end the franchise on a good note so we can all talk about how good it is. And don't have it overstay its welcome because if it overstays its welcome, then we're just going to talk about how we just want it to end. And we'll all be reminiscing about how good, like, the first couple movies were. in a franchise. So yeah. Also announced was, unfortunately, the end of Blockbuster. Yes, the last few remaining Blockbusters. I didn't even know there were still Blockbusters still in existence. But the last few Blockbusters are going to close, which is a shame. Because I loved going to Blockbuster as a kid. Just something about walking through the aisles, renting movies. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love on demand. I love Netflix, but there's something special about going through the aisles and seeing all the movies. Well, who knows? Also, recently announced, speaking of Marvel, I should have mentioned this with Thor. But I'm reading off an outline I just post. I'm reading stuff in the order it came up. So that's why I didn't group it. But anyway, so apparently Marvel's doing some work on Netflix. Apparently there's going to be a 4 mini-series exclusive to Netflix. 4 mini-series with at least 13 episodes each. And they're going to be shown in this order. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, I have no clue what that is. Iron Fist, I don't know. And then there's Luke Cage. And these 4 miniseries are going to lead up to another miniseries where the 4 are going to team up and become a force known as the Defenders, which... it's cool. I'm hoping it's going to be good, but I'm concerned it's going to be a little like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and be underwhelming in comparison to... it's going to be underwhelming because, again, it's a TV show. They don't have a big budget. But if they pull it off, it'll be cool. But, at the end of the day, I'm aware that's just Marvel trying to cash in on success. Marvel's become, I swear Marvel Cinematic Universe has become bigger and bigger ever since Disney bought it. But, again, I'm not complaining. As long as the movies don't get annoying, as long as I don't get tired of these things, and as long as they stay good, I'm okay with it. And finally, we have some Star Wars news. I would put this in a separate video, but again, consolidation. I'll put this video in the playlist because it does have Star Wars news. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do for now. Whenever there's a video with Star Wars news, I'm just going to put it in both playlists. But anyway, big Star Wars news today. Episode 7 is a release date, which is December 18th, 2015. And I have mixed thoughts on this. Now, I completely understand why they're doing December. I mean, Disney owns Star Wars and Marvel, and Avengers 2 is coming out in May, and Ant-Man's coming out in July, so they can't release it then or it would conflict. So they're going for December, which is interesting. I'm sure it's going to do really well. I only have 2 major problems with this. One is that they just changed writers, and I don't know about you, but if you just change writers, the movie needs to be delayed. Because the writers, because they're going to start pre-production in a few months, and they just changed the writers. What the heck have they been doing the past year? Like, you need time to rework it. It's going to be rushed if you release it in 2015. That you have 2 years. 2 years. But again, we'll wait and see. Again, I feel like they should have delayed it. Again, as John Lasseter said, no one's gonna remember your movie if it was delayed, but they will remember if it sucked. Okay. So again, hopefully it'll be good, but I don't know. Also, I'm a little concerned because I mentioned this in an earlier video, and now it's true, which is going to be coming around the same time as Kung Fu Panda 3, so all the little kids DreamWorks was hoping was going to go see Kung Fu Panda 3 are now going to go see Star Wars. Or, as my brother pointed out yesterday, they could be seeing both. But yeah, that's all I have to say at this point. Again, I'll have sources below if you want to check them, table of contents. And again, that's all the movie news I have. So, with that, I'm going to sign out. So, this is JStars360. I'll see you guys later. So, yeah. Goodbye.